Welcome back to our show with our new little mini-series where we talk about albums that was apparently the best one of the year since the year we were born, starting in 1990, which is today's one, and in honour of that being the 90s, I'm putting my cap on backwards for this one. Both of us born in the year 1990. We're using...
We'll let you work out how old we are.
Yeah. We're using the website rateyourmusic.com. And because it's all user submissions there, rather than critic submissions who we often disagree with, that's why...
Having looked at the list, we also disagree with
anyone.
User submissions as well, because it's all death metal.
1990 is this episode's one, because that's the year what we were born in. The Cocteau Twins with the album...
Heaven or Las Vegas.
Any preconceptions of the Cocteau Twins?
No. I knew what they were meant to be just because I've read a lot of music reviews and it says, for fans of the Cocteau Twins, which meant nothing to me. But when I heard of Dream Pop, I thought, this actually sounds really good. When I heard about what the genre was, like harmonies and like quite easy to listen to, and I thought, maybe it's like the Beach Boys or something.
Bit more spacey than that, isn't it?
No, it's way more spacey. Very weird. Like, I've not heard any other examples of this genre. This is, as far as I know, I've not anyway. This is, I might have actually. There's a band called Mazzy Star that it's quite similar to this, but better. But this is meant to be like one of the defining albums of the genre, isn't it?
Yes.
I've been read Wikipedia about it. Yeah, what about you?
I am outraged by the fact that they're called the Cocteau Twins, and I believe there's 3 members of the band.
There is, and none of them are called Cocteau. Any of them.
Misleading.
Also not French. Which I just always assumed they were either French or Canadian.
Yeah.
And the Scottish.
When we found that this was the top album of 1990... It was only a week before that I first heard of the Cocteau Twins, because I was scrolling on Reddit, just mindlessly numbing my brain, and there was someone on there who said something about, it was about music where you can't understand the lyrics, and the Cocteau Twins came up on that. So then I looked into them, and the song that came up was the song Heaven or Las Vegas. Listened to that and I was like, oh yeah, that is a bit weird with the lyrics, isn't it? And then a week later we decided to do this, and number 1 is the album Heaven or Las Vegas. Like, okay, The Matrix.
The Sims.
And any comments on the album cover? I can't really remember what it looks like. Is it like a blurry heart, maybe?
It's a blurry something.
Looks like a blurry corset.
Do you think maybe it's meant to be like Las Vegas from a distance?
It could be. There's loads of things in Las Vegas, isn't there, that's dead obvious to people that are American, like Caesar's Palace and things. I wouldn't recognise any of that stuff.
No, same.
So it could be something in Las Vegas that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
To me...
A big orange blur.
Yeah.
That's just in the middle of Las Vegas.
Could be, I've never been. To me it looks kind of corsety. Like, that's the boobs there, and then the waist.
I don't want to meet anyone who look like that. But apparently, having read up on this album as well, like we were saying the other week about her lyrics, and I mentioned to you that sometimes she just picks out random phrases that don't actually mean anything to her. Apparently on this album, it's all English, and I think she tried to be a bit more coherent with it.
Wow.
Yeah, because she there was this thing, I can't remember what website it was on, but I had a look at what she was saying about it, and she just picks out random foreign phrases and she lets the listener put their spin on what it might mean.
Okay.
But apparently for this album it isn't an example of that, but I've not heard any of the other ones. So
yeah, this album's supposed to be like what you'd expect with an album. She wrote the lyrics for it and is singing those lyrics because they mean something.
Yeah.
The elephant in the room that we are touching on here is how it is completely incoherent for most of the album.
Unintelligible, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't tell. You can't sing along with this.
When I first heard it, I assumed it was a foreign language. Then I thought it sounded like something... When The Sims gets bands in to do their own songs but in Simlish.
Yeah.
It sounded like that, but obviously this is long before The Sims was a thing.
Trailblazers. One of the things that I like about music is being able to sing along with it and know kind of what's going on, even if I get the lyrics wrong sometimes. But no chance with this. What I was thinking before we started this is that this is like the ultimate hipster album.
Okay.
Because it's the ultimate album for people to go, you just don't get it.
Yeah.
This
is the birth of the hipsters.
No, I don't get it. Because if you remove lyrics from a song, then it's instrumental, which I don't like. And then the music itself is like elevator music, so that's also quite hard to enjoy for me. Like, the music on its own is kind of a non-event.
Okay.
And the lyrics, like saying, just don't... They're not there. They're just like, it's too airy.
Yeah. I probably, like, for the first time in a few weeks, quite disagree with you on this one. Because...
The hive mind's broke.
The hive mind has gone, no! I like the music itself. I think a lot of things that you've said there, like... I like foreign music where I can't understand it. I like instrumental music as well. The music itself for this, I get what you're saying with it kind of sounding a bit elevator music-y, but at the same time, I probably disagree. Like, I can see where you're coming from with that, but I think there's more to it than that. It's catchier and it's more... sticks in your head a bit more. I liked the singing. The way that she sings is always going to be weird. And like,
it's weird.
Yeah.
Is it soprano or something I've read?
I don't know. Soprano just means high pitched voice. The way that she sings in terms of how she gets her words out is dead weird. And even when you're reading along to the lyrics, you can't really follow it half the time.
No.
Sometimes you can. I do still find myself singing it to myself at home, the song Heaven or Las Vegas, even if it does just like Halafadu, Hadu Lakufeme. Even if I'm just singing nonsense, I do still find myself singing, to be fair, only certain songs on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of memes about her, like, lyrics and songs. Well, I say a lot, a few.
Right.
And it's just like looking for Cocteau Twins lyrics, and it's just like this dump.
It's an interesting type of singing in that you can... I guess it might be more difficult for you who enjoys kind of looking into the lyrics and what they're saying and can you relate to it. But if you just think of it as just the voice as an instrument, then it's just making sounds to me. Well, that I was going to say sounds that to me sound nice with the music regardless of whether I can understand what they're saying at all.
Like
but that did not sound nice.
I found her vocals, well, probably quite impressive to people who know about music. I found it quite annoying.
Right.
Like, they grated on me. It was just like a load of high-pitched, like you say, high-pitched, not squeaks.
It's just a hamster.
Yeah. So I've tried to stop my hamster from pursuing a singing career.
Sometimes she sings kind of within normal female range, but then she does go like super falsetto at times as well. So I get what you mean in that with squeakiness at times.
Like, I like, weirdly enough, the lady who sings in this band, Elizabeth Fraser, she sings on one of my favourite tracks in the 90s.
All right.
As a guest. I never knew because I never looked into it before, but she sings... Have you ever heard Teardrop by Massive Attack? So in that, I always thought, oh, the vocals sound weird. Like, it's odd.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a really good, like, I think it's called trip hop.
Yeah.
But that's a lot more listenable than this.
Any songs on there that you enjoyed?
I like Cherry Coloured Funk. That's the first one. I just thought, oh, this is odd. Like, this is something I'd never heard of before. But then the rest of the album, like, I don't... Like, the only bit that I can think actually sticks in my mind is the chorus to Heaven or Las Vegas. Just that one earworm throughout the whole album.
It could be Heaven or Las Vegas.
Yeah, that. But the rest of it, I can't think. And to me, pop has to have more hooks in it. It needs to stay in their memory for it to become popular music. And I don't know how this ever became popular because it's so left field.
Yeah, it's way out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, what I know people on lots of drugs in the 90s, like with rave music and stuff, so maybe they capitalised on that kind of thing. People just blissed out. But yeah, just too odd for me.
it is dead surprising that it got so successful. The band as a whole getting so successful in pop music when it is like the things that you described before. Like in pop, you want to have catchy hooks, you want to have lyrics that you want the crowd to chant along to and stuff.
Can you imagine listening to this live?
Does it have staying power?
And that for me, it doesn't. I'm never going to listen to it again.
Yeah.
And be thankful for that.
Possibly the title track, Heaven or Las Vegas. I do sing that to myself a lot. The rest of the album, maybe not. I did like some of the other tracks on it. I enjoyed them, but is it enough for me to go back to them? Probably not.
It's too empty for me, the album. Like, it just finished and I never even knew, like, the different songs had ended.
Right.
So, even the titles of it just seem like she's just picked out random phrases or words. Through foxes in midsummer.
That
50,
probably
50
says
clown. Frau foxes. Stupid teeth. 50-50 clown. Pitch the baby. What the hell does that mean? Isn't pitching like where you throw a ball at someone?
Put in a number on the album, if you please.
1.
Really? That bad?
This came out 9 days after I was born, apparently. Yeah, just because it's a complete... Again, it's a nothing album. There's nothing really to take away from it.
You need to rein in your rage with all these.
Yeah, there just wasn't anything there. I wish it, like I say, it gave me some sort of emotion other than, oh, right, it ended. And I've taken nothing away from it because I can't understand the songs and the music just doesn't interest me.
For me, I was going to say like a 6 because I did enjoy it. It wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed how different it is with being a bit spacey and being completely incoherent. I guess there's probably a fine line between being incoherent and being annoying, or being incoherent and still being able to enjoy it. And for me, I still enjoyed it despite... To the point where it made me go and look up what the lyrics were because I was interested, which I wouldn't tend to do. That would average us out at a 3.5.
Good.
So
contrary. Best album of the year.
I know.
Shocking.
I don't know when this episode's going to come out, but currently the worst album we've reviewed is Midnights by Taylor Swift, which was lots of people's favourite album of last year. And our best album that we've reviewed is The Ratings.
Is that still the case?
I think so. Tune in next time. I can't tell you when it's going to be because this is going to be a bit of a one-off kind of shindig. And then we'll discuss the top album of 1991. Stick along, press that subscribe button, and then you'll see when the next one comes out. And in the meantime, we'll keep on reviewing new albums.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now. Have a nice day.
I'm going to quit that.